Hey VC, how's it going? It's Jeff, Glowing Double O Cabbage here, back for another video. Trying to make these videos more frequently, and yeah, I'm having fun doing it. And I had a nice little glass of scotch to kind of get ready for this video because there's Charlie Shark. That's for you, Carm. That's the way Charlie says hi to you, Carm. Enjoying your videos, Carm. Thanks for all the kind messages, man. Tip of my hat to you, my friend. In the background, I don't even know if you can hear it, but I'm listening to this record that I got a while back called Jacques Lucy Trio. Jacques Lucy, Christian Garros, and Pierre Machalot play Bach, but it's a jazzy version of it. And there's the back. Very cool looking cats. Hopefully that's not backwards when because it's backwards to me when I look, like all the print is backwards. But Jacques Lucy Trio. I thought I could play this without getting stung, but we'll see, eh? We'll see. All right, so just something for the background. I'll turn it up just a bit. Little quiet area of the piece here. All right, so great news. I went back to the radio station and I got another 40 records. So I'll have enough records to introduce you guys to, and it's good fodder for making videos if nothing else. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably go back one more time to just go through the stuff that I missed. Anyways, going back to this just quickly, I love it when musicians merge two different genres. Like this is classical and jazz, and it really, really works. It's like really great stuff. This is made in France. This is a France release, and those are the tunes that they do. Hopefully that's not backwards, like I said. All right, so on to the records. Very happy to get this. This is a four-song EP by Gang of Four, special edition 4-track EP. But some of the greatest tunes. Outside the Trains Don't Run on Time. I can't even remember. I might have showed this at the last video. I'm so bad for that. Then He'd Send in the Army, and Emeraldite Rifle, and what's the other one? It's Her Factory. Recorded in 1979, and this is just like in excellent shape. Of course, a promo. Most of these records are promos because they came to the radio station, and still, I mean, I don't know. I'm lucky. I'm really lucky. It's kind of a sad thing, though, in a way, that the radio station is getting rid of these records. They're just so fantastic, and they could be played online, or on the air rather. And anyway, they're in my collection now, and I will, like I said in my previous video, I'm doing a radio show again soon. Still haven't come up with a name, so if anybody has a name that they would suggest for a radio station, or for a radio show, it's just me and my friend Andrew, and Andrew is really into Canadian sort of indie rock, and he's very, very open to any kind of genre of music, which is great because I'll be playing some whacked out shit. All right, and this is a case in point. This is a band that's been around for a very long time, and it's taken me this long to get around to them, and I can't figure out why, but it's the Wolfgang Press. This is excellent post-punk with sort of an industrial bent to it. On 4AD, the same as many great artists were on 4AD, Pixies for one. Just an excellent album, especially this is, again, I don't think this one's a promo, but the vinyl looks honestly unplayed. There's one tune on here called Rain Time that is just killer. It's killer. We'll be playing it on our radio show, and I will do like an announcement when we do our first show. But Wolfgang Press and a track called, or an album called Birdwood Cage from 1988. Wolf, this is great. I got this at the radio station as well. So I'm only gonna try and do like 4, maybe a few more records. What time? Where are we at? 5 minutes. Okay, you guys can put up with me for a little bit longer. This compilation, oh my god, I didn't even know what the hell I was getting. It was just like $1.25, so I figured, why the hell not? I don't know if you can hear screaming. There's little girls playing in the background next to our place, and they're just going nuts. But this, Pay It All Back, there's like 6 or 7 volumes of this. Pay It All Back, this is volume 2, and it's all just killer reggae music, but dub reggae music. And man, I've fallen in love with the band African Head Charge. That's just some killer shit. But there's Lee Scratch Perry on here, Barky Army, Forehead Brothers, Dub Syndicate, which is great too, Dub Syndicate. But this is, I just can't believe how great this is. I listened to this like at top volume the very first time I heard it. No one was home, and to say I was into it is an understatement. It's just like an absolutely killer compilation. Some of the stuff is previously unreleased, you know. This was released in, I don't know, actually. I don't think it says on the vinyl either, but yeah, I'm not sure what year, but has to be like the 90s sometime, I'm thinking. But this is on U Sound Records, which pretty much is like a given that you're going to get great music on that label. Next up, oh man, I can't believe this. I love this band, and many in the VC do, but I don't know how this album eluded me, but I'm glad it's finally in my collection. It's Naked by Talking Heads, and this is just a killer album. Like, I mean, I love most of the stuff Talking Heads does, but Nothing But Flowers is just a killer tune. I mean, I think this is a promo album too. It's one of those gatefold maxis, or is that what they're called? Maxi? No, I don't. What's it called when records open this way? Like, I know that's gatefold, but when it goes in here, I can't think of the word for it. Anyway, put it down there. Leave a comment, say hello. Tell me what kind of record package this is. No, it's just the original press, I do believe, from 1988 on Sire. I mean, honestly, the Talking Heads, excellent, infectious sort of funk, post-punk, surreal. Like, honestly, if you ever read David Byrne's lyrics, they're just so incredibly surreal. Unbelievable. This was a fantastic pickup too. I don't have this album I've heard it 1,000 times, but I mean, how great to get this for $1.25. But you know, Pavement's Brighten the Corners. I mean, original press too. Like, what can you say about Pavement? They're just an incredible band. I've always loved this band. I remember buying in like late high school, I bought an EP, Watery Domestic, and I just bought it just on the cover alone. It was one of those times when I would save up money to get a CD, and then so curious about music and not really having like the internet or whatever to really explore it. And I just remember like just listening to that EP over and over and over again and falling in love with Pavement. And they're like really, I guess, again, surreal lyrics and stuff. But yeah, I mean, this album, every tune on it is amazing. Stereo, Shady Lane, Date with IKEA. I mean, Starlings in the Slipstream. Incredible album. I mean, nice to pick that up, for the collection. One more yeah, almost at 10 minutes. I don't like to make these videos too long because I don't want people to get sick of me. Plus, I just don't want to ramble on about crap. But this is just an incredible. I had no idea what this was. I was just like, this looks interesting. You know, when you see something that says culture électronique and these UNESCO. Anyway, this is just, it's an incredible contemporary classical, avant-garde classical, I guess you would categorize it as. It's based out of France. It's a pressing from France. Well, here I'll show you the the artists first. I don't know if you can see it through all the scrawled, but there's Tommy Zwedberg, and this tune here, the Hanging, it's called, 15 minutes and 55 seconds. It's like 15 minutes and 55 seconds of what it would sound like at the end of a classical tune that is traditional. You know, like it's like dun 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 dun, and then it's that for 15 minutes. But it's really cool, like all different versions of how songs end. Anyway, it's really strange, but I love that kind of stuff. I love the music that challenges the ear. Takayuki Rai, in a track called Japan. Oh, he's from Japan. Oh, I see. Okay, so Tommy Zwedberg is from Sweden. Takayuki is from Japan, and then John Stanley from New Zealand, and Ivan Patashish from Hungary. Anyway, great stuff. I have to admit, like when I was listening to this, it was just too weird and intense to finish the second side, but I will eventually. Just wasn't the right time or place, but I'll show a couple more records. I'm still not even at 15 minutes, so I'll just get to 15 minutes and then I'll call it a day. Call it a video. Yeah, been very much enjoying watching a lot of videos. It's nice to get back into the family. It's nice to get back into the family, you know what I'm saying? It's nice to get into the family because there's a lot of great people here, you know? Anyway, I'll just pick a couple of random records just to show that I listened to recently. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did listen to the first side of this. This is another pickup that was just like, okay, I gotta know what this is, and it's pretty much what I thought. It was like, it's kind of like slightly psychedelic, jangly pop, but really like, what's the word? It's like intelligent. It's intelligent, jangly, psychedelic pop. Is Reus Refrigerator. Ruth Miller, Alan Jenkins, Blodwin P. Teabag, Terry Lowe, and Robin Gibson. This is on Cargo Records, and this was a short-lived thing. They only did a couple albums. It was more of a sort of an offshoot from a lot of other bands that were going at the time. But this is pretty interesting, actually. I do believe that they are UK-based. Yeah, UK-based Leicester. I don't even know if that's the proper way to say it, but anyway, on Cargo Records. That was a really interesting record, actually. I got to listen to the side B. I only listened to the first side. This is another really, this was just, this blew my mind how great this was. MC 900 Foot Jesus with DJ Zero. This is just killer. Like, I mean, James Brown samples, Public Enemy samples, and really cool. Like the very last tune, Born with Monkey Asses, is all this, like, this women is going off, like, and just like being so crass, but they put it to James Brown funky tunes and stuff. Like, seriously, check that tune out. Like, it is like super, like, X and R rated. Like, it's nuts. But like, I just love that they take those chances with, like, you know, creative dance based music. Yeah, this is on Capitol. It's only a 4-song EP, but every tune on it is just, it's killer. This is really, really good stuff. Like he did that, MC 900 Foot Jesus was responsible for the really famous, not famous, but like well-known tune Detachable Penis. So it gives you like sort of the idea, like he's all about comedy and surrealism and just, it's great stuff, actually. This was really good. Let's see. All right, we'll go with this one. This was surprising because I had never heard this group before, but it was a surprising listen because it reminded me a lot of Skinny Puppy. This is a lot of this stuff, by the way, is from the '90s because that seems to be the influx of time, or the influx. When the radio station was getting records. But this is My Life with the Thrill Kill Kult. This is really cool stuff. It's kind of driving ahead, like sort of industrial, but dancey. Infectious, really. I mean, I don't typically buy this kind of music, but like for, $1.25, I thought I'd give it a shot. It's just a single with like B-sides and stuff, but A Girl Doesn't Get Killed by a Make-Believe Lover is one tune, and then 'Cause It's Hot is another one, and A Daisy Chain and For Satan. Pretty cool stuff, really, actually. Again, not stuff that I would just, typically go out and buy. Okay. All right, that's it. I'll leave it at this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please comment and be good to one another. Love yous.